Is it true that the 28 bank accounts that the Prime Minister has, that the lady from Manchester, Miss Rhoda Crawford, that her name is on 3 of the 28 bank accounts, and that the Prime Minister's wife, Miss Juliet Holness, found out that her mate's name is on 3 of the bank accounts, and that she, the wife, for her name not on any of the bank accounts. Is it true? It can't be true. I know it's not true. Mr. Andrew Holness, our Honorable Dr. Andrew Holness, is a family man. He would never do such a thing. He would never put the matey name on 3 of his 28 bank accounts and don't put his wife's name on even one. No, sir. Nothing can go so. Nothing no go so. Is it true that after Mrs. Holness found out that her mate's name is on 3 of the 28 bank accounts and her name is not on none? Is it true that Mrs. Holness lost it? That Mrs. Holness became so enraged that Mrs. Holness grabbed up the matic and pointed at our Honorable Prime Minister? Is it true? It can't be true. Not no go so. Not a thing go so. Nothing like that. It can't be true. It is what the grapevine is telling me. The grapevine, my sources, my very reliable sources, whispering in me ears again. 119 years. This a buzz. A buzz, a buzz, a buzz. Me hears a buzz. But me know my reliable sources must wrong this time. Nothing can go so. Not a thing go so. Not the Honorable Prime Minister. Not a decent lady like Juliet Holness. Mrs. Holness would never, ever dream of taking up a gun and holding it at the Prime Minister's head. Nothing can go so. I want to stop their life on Mrs. Holness. Stop their life on the woman. I want to stop their life on the Prime Minister. About the Prime Minister put Rhoda May Crawford name upon 3 of the bank account and Mrs. Holness name not upon none. Come on. Cut out the foolishness. Cut it out. Go away with that. That can't be true. But why can't the police tell us up to now what was the threat that the Prime Minister came under? Police, it is the Prime Minister of the country, and his life was in danger according to UNO, and the threat was repelled. The threat was repelled by the police. Then why the police can't come on now? The police can't come and tell me what was the threat. Is it true that the threat came from the Prime Minister's wife? That the Prime Minister was about to shoot her husband and that the helper had to jump between them and beg for the Prime Minister's life? And that the helper had to call the police? Is it true? We want to stop tell lie upon the woman and her husband. We want to stop tell lie upon the Prime Minister. Not a thing go so. Nothing can go so. Because if something ever go so, that would be Netflix. and Lifetime, Element and Netflix in a one. And I know Element and Netflix now refuse this your story if I saw it go. But the Prime Minister is a decent man. He would not do that to his family. And Mrs. Holness have emotional intelligence. She's a decent, upstanding Speaker of the House of Representatives. Mrs. Holness is not a violent person. She would not back a gun. She would not back the matic on her husband, threatening to blow off his head. I am waiting on the police to come and tell us though. Police, JLP, I don't know who. Somebody need to tell us, or the Prime Minister himself. It can't remain this top secret that the leader of our country came under serious threat, that the police had to descend, several vehicles descended on his house one night. And nobody can know what this threat was. This threat continues to be a top secret in this country. Come on, where is the media to ferret out the information for us? We need to know what the threat was. I can't believe the threat came from the Prime Minister's wife. Nothing can go so. 119.